Well, good morning, everybody. It's been a long time since I made a video. I've been busy on the farm here, getting everything ready for the winter and being able to work during this pandemic. Um, I wanted to make a video because I have a couple of questions. I look around and I see people that I think are just plain blind and deaf to reality. I see people wearing masks in their own car by themselves. I don't understand what they're trying to protect themselves from. Um, I saw a lady the other day paying her water bill by dropping it into a drop box, and there was no one around her, and she had her mask outside down below as she dropped off the payment, turned around, pulled the mask back up on her face, walked about, I don't know, 40 feet to her truck to get in the truck by herself to take the mask off to light a cigarette. Now, what sense did that make? How uninformed and how I can't even think of the words. Do you not know how to think for yourself? Do you not have any common sense to understand and just go, this makes no sense whatsoever? Now, I'm not going to try to make the video about that per se. I'm going to try to think about the whole picture. I was on my walk this morning and I was thinking to myself, um, if a person is raised in a situation to where they never have any strife or any objections to their life, no bad things happen to them, they've never been pulled over, they've never been arrested, or they've never been late on a bill. And how do they know how good they have it? And on the flip side to that, if you take someone that is born into a situation to where they only see those things, they only see the negative side of things, they're constantly, maybe they don't have enough to eat, or they can't pay their rent, they're always moving, or the car's always broken down, and they never see the good side of things. Do they really know how bad that they have it? So my question to everybody is this: do you really know how bad things are right now in the world? And on the flip side to that, do we know that there are good things in the world? If you don't think for yourself and you don't actually want to know what's going on, you're never going to know. It's going to be constant, whether you're watching uh, CNN or even Fox, and you never watch anything else. You never go to alternative sites or to look at maybe there's another side to that story, and you only watch what they tell you. Well, then that's the only knowledge you're going to have. But you have to be willing to say, you know what, I'm going to question this. I'm going to ask and just look around. We would never have airplanes, we would never have cars, we would never have technology like what the phone that I'm speaking into right now to upload this video. We would never have those things if someone didn't say, I bet you I can think of a better way of doing things. And whether they had good intentions or bad intentions, it doesn't matter. They thought outside the box. And we have millions of people walking around like zombies, scared to death that they're going to die of some virus or something like that. I mean, the world has been bombarded with disease and stuff throughout its history. And everybody, oh, save lives, save lives. Well, we're all only here for a very short time. Now, does that mean that we shouldn't put our seatbelts on or think smartly as best we can? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is make your own decisions. Don't listen to what the news outlets are telling you or what your politicians are telling you. How fast did they roll out a vaccine? Is that really possible when it takes 3, 4, 5, 10 years. They've been working on the cure for cancer for how long now? And supposedly it doesn't exist. But all of a sudden we have a vaccine in a matter of months that everybody's lining up to take. Why? Because are they scared that they're going to lose their job? Are they scared that they're not going to be part of the popular group? Are they scared because they really believe that they're going to die from this virus? Now, how much sense does this make? It has if you don't have core morbidities, I'm not a doctor, so comorbidity. You know what I'm trying to say. If you don't have other underlying problems in your health, you have a 99% chance of survival rate of this virus. That's per the CDC. So this is not disputed. And then they say that these vaccines are only 96% accurate or effective. So which one would you go with? If you were a betting person and you were going to Vegas and you had a 96% chance to bet on win over here, but you had a 99% chance to bet and win over here, which one would you take? It makes no sense. And if you have two brain cells to rub together, you think to yourself and you go, well, you know what? That just does not make logical sense. So if it doesn't make logical sense, then that should make you want to question the reasoning behind all of this. What is the underlying reason? No one does anything without a reason. If you go into a car dealership and looking at cars, they know that you're there to buy a car. Now, is that an evil thing or a positive thing? Not necessarily, either way. The point of the matter is, though, you went to the car dealership to buy a car. So why are they doing what they're doing? Why are we having such trouble with the election? It's because there are underlying reasons. Now, I don't know those reasons, but I think for myself, and I'm sitting here going, something just does not add up. And yet, look around. 98% of the people walking around are outside by themselves, walking on a busy street, or even not even a busy street, with their masks on because they're terrified. And to me, those people are uninformed and ignorant of what's really going on. And you're not going to know what's going on if you don't question. The government, your bosses, they don't want you to question anything. They want you to just sit down, be quiet. Remember the bumper sticker that people used to put on their cars? Get in, sit down, shut up, and hold on. That's what they want you to do. That's all this is about. It's control. It's about you do what I tell you to do. How many government officials throughout the United States, not just in Washington, D.C., or not just in California, but anywhere, how many of them are following their own guidelines and rules? Come on. Now, if you were in your house by yourself and you're the ruler of your house and you had someone move in and you said, now listen, these are the rules that I have in my house, and you didn't follow your own rules and then jumped on them for breaking those rules, is that fair? Maybe that's not the best example, but the point I'm trying to get at is rules for thee and not for me. We used to all get mad at our parents because it's like they want us to follow the rules, but they don't do that. Why do we have a bedtime and they don't? It's because they're in charge. Well, who's in charge here? Are you in charge? Nope. Am I in charge? Nope. We can't do anything without someone above us saying, yeah, we might give you permission for that, or no, you do not have permission for that. Now, I'm not saying it should be a free-for-all. What I'm saying is it right to question authority? Absolutely. Is it right to want to know why you have the rules that you do? Absolutely. So people are just swallowing this as if it's the gospel, and that's it. They don't care. Nurses, doctors, politicians, they're all lining up supposedly to get this vaccine. Oh, I'll do it. And now the government says, you know what? We'll pay you $1,500 to take the vaccine. What does that tell you? If it's so effective and so great and so wonderful, why would you need to be paying someone to do it? They should want to do it. If it really truly saved lives, why would you have to pay them? And what I want to know, my biggest question that I've had for a while now is, if the masks work so well, why are the numbers going up? And why do the numbers, if you go in and get tested and you come back positive, and they say you got to come back in a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is, and you get tested again, they don't count that as the same positive. They count it as 2 positives. So that's how the numbers go up. Also, if somebody falls off a ladder and breaks their neck, they said it's COVID. Because the hospitals and the doctors, they're getting a kickback from the government to say they died of COVID. You notice nobody's dying of the flu anymore. There are no more heart attacks. There are no more strokes. There are no more car wrecks. There's none of that stuff. Everybody's dying of COVID. And I'm being a little facetious and extreme here, but if you look around, that's what's happening. All I'm saying is question it. Think about it for yourself. Don't even listen to me. I mean, I'm certainly no expert, but I can tell you that I question things. I'm just a person that is trying to survive and get by without trying to hurt anybody. I'm trying to get through this life, and it's one tough life, I'll be honest with you. But it's not going to get any easier. It's going to get a lot worse, folks. It's going to get a lot worse when you have the populace not standing up for even themselves, and then you have our government that is turning their back on us. Actually, they did that a long time ago. Now they're just blatantly doing it in your face. Yeah, they're probably chasing a deer. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you like this video, like it and subscribe. If you don't, well, hopefully it at least makes you think for yourself. Make a decision to say, you know what, I'm going to put 2 brain cells together, rub them together, and see if I can figure something out on my own and make my own decisions. Don't listen to other people. Look at the facts yourself. And then, if you're looking at mainstream facts, question those. You know, anybody can put anything up on the internet. There used to be a commercial that would come on TV and say, well, everything that's on the internet is true. It was a guy trying to have a blind date for a real attractive woman. Everything on the internet's true. Well, if you live by that philosophy, well, I guess everything's okay then. Everything's hunky-dory. Think for yourselves, folks. Make up your own mind. Look around. And how good you have it right now, you better be thankful for it, because it's going to get a bumpy ride. Whether Trump wins or whether Biden wins, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So take care of each other. Take care of your families. Think for yourselves, and we'll see you next time.